day of May 2023. It is a Wednesday, and we are practicing today in two parts. We're going to practice initially some conscious breathing to unlock the breath, to unlock the nostrils and sinus, and to activate that initial capacity for breathing. Then we're going to get into some more physical movement, maybe with some blocks, I believe so, and get into the physical practice using breath, and we'll wrap up then, okay? So wherever you are, I'd like for you to identify, why don't you come find an easy way to sit? And over the next, say, 9 minutes or so, I'd like for you to try these with me. These are for those people who may be having some sinus difficulties, some allergies, some conditions that don't let you breathe. In the classical practices of pranayama, they're typically taught sitting upright, supported, and at ease. But in this case, I would like for you to lie down. Since this is a video, I don't know where you are. I don't know the conditions that you may have. But the simplest and safest way with the breathing, because over the last 25 years that I've been working, I've had 3 people faint on me, and each time it was unexpected. But I've learned that I don't want to take any of that for granted. I'd like for you to lie down on your back. Stretch your own stretch there. Lying on your back, you might even tuck your knees once and rock yourself side to side. You may stretch a little bit more. Lie down flat on your back. And I'd like for you to observe. You can keep your eye on the camera for right now, but eventually you'll just lie back and I'll just speak and you can hear. Okay. Lie down, and you're going to breathe wherever you can. How are you breathing? Are you breathing through your nose? Are you breathing through your mouth? Ultimately, we want to be able to focus specifically on breath through the nose only. Can you tell, are you able to breathe through your nose? Must you breathe through your mouth? And if you must breathe through your mouth, let's start from that most simple place. What if you have your both nostrils closed? What if you could inhale a light breath in through the mouth, small breath. Close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Small breath, inhale through the mouth. Exhale only through the nose. One more time, small breath. Exhale through the nose. Last time, mouth in very lightly. Exhale through the nose. And relax. Are you able to notice how the breath can exhale through something of the nose? Something. Now, the blockage of the nose is going to be possibly about mucus and that congestion in the passage, but also very likely that the sinus tissues themselves are swollen, and as the tissues themselves swell, they close together and reduce the passage for breath. We want to begin to open the passages, not merely eliminate the mucus. You'll want to have tissue nearby so that you can release that. Now, what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to identify your hand. Take your right hand. And we're calling it, the hand positions are called mudras. And Nasagra Mudra is the one that, don't have to remember the name, but that's what we're using. And I'd like for you to close your fist, open your thumb, and then open your little finger. And I see, thank you. And open your ring finger. So it looks like this, okay? Try that. Yes. If you can do that, then what I'd like for you to do is, I'd like for you to be able to focus on inhaling through the mouth, lightly. Look, I'm taking my right thumb to my right nostril, my fingers over to my left, and I'm holding. And then I release. Can I breathe through my nose? Inhale through the mouth. Close both. Exhale through the nose. Good. One more time through the mouth. Close both, pinching the nostrils closed. Exhale through the nose. Good. We're going to add on. We're going to identify which nostril is more open, okay? The left is associated with the moon, and we call this Chandra Bedana. Yeah. And this one, through the right, if we close the left and inhale through the right, we call Surya, okay? Surya Bedana. Yeah. So the names are less important, but the left associated moon, sleep, feminine aspects of the night, ease, effortlessness. The nostril on the right associated with the sun, with activity, with the male aspects, the male archetypes. Now, I'd like for you to try this. Inhale through the mouth. Close both. Open to the right. Can you exhale through the right? And release. Inhale, mouth. Close both. Can you exhale to the left? Which of those two passages were easier? If you can identify which of those two passages were easier, you're going to focus on just that one that is most easy. So you inhale through the mouth lightly, light breath, close both. I'm going to open through my right, exhale. I close both. I inhale the mouth, open through the right. Close both. Inhale the mouth, exhale through the right. And release. Now, if you happen so that it's actually your left nostril is more open, I want you to do that same thing. I want you to inhale through the mouth, close both, exhale through the left. Close both, inhale through the mouth, exhale through the left. One more time. Close both. Inhale through the mouth. Close left. Beautiful. Release. Now, what I'd like for you to do is to add on to that. Do you have your tissue handy? I need my tissue. Okay, so we're going to inhale through the mouth, and we're going to focus on one side. Focus on one side that you have the most open passage, okay? We're going to do this another 9 minutes. And by the end of this 9 minutes, I want you to be able to breathe with open passages, okay? But we're identifying first. Push all the breath out. I'm going to close my left, close my right. I inhale through the mouth. I identify my right passage. I exhale through the right. I inhale through my mouth. Exhale through the right. Easy and slow. I inhale through the mouth. I exhale through the right. Now, I'm going to inhale through the mouth, close both, and I'm going to make big circles. 3 big circles. And then 3 big circles the other direction. And exhale through the right. Good, and release. We're going to do that very same thing. Now, if you're activating your left nostril, it's the same thing. Whichever one you have found to be most open, you'll be doing it with that side. I'm going to start with my mouth. I'm going to begin to focus on one nostril, and then we're going to close the mouth and focus only on the nostril. We made those circles of the head one direction, circles of the head the other direction. I made 3 circles. You can do this, okay? Goes like this. Push all of the breath out. Inhale through the mouth. Through my right nostril, I exhale 3 times. Here's 1. Through the mouth, I will inhale. Through the right nostril. Through the mouth, I inhale. Through the right nostril, I exhale. Through the mouth, I inhale. I make 3 circles, one direction. 3 circles, the other direction. I exhale through the right. Good. Now, inhale through the right. Close both. Make 3 circles, one direction. 3 circles, the other direction. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. I keep the left closed. Hold it. 3 circles. Exhale through the right. And release. Now maybe, we did 3 circles one way with the head as I was locking my nostrils. And we did 3 circles the other direction as I was locking. But maybe that was too much. Maybe you just need to do 1 circle and then 1 circle. If that's necessary, just do 1. And then exhale through the side that you can have some access. And you'll increase that the other direction, okay? So if we started with 1 circle through the 1 nostril, then stop. Increase that, all right? Do 3 times. Do it 3 times. So the most simple, I'm going to close both. I inhale through my mouth. 1 circle. 1 circle the other way. I exhale through the right. I can inhale through the right. I close both. I make 1 circle. 1 circle. I exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close both. Make 1 circle. Make 1 circle. Exhale through the right. And release. And we're going to step that up. We're unlocking not just the mucus, that may be, present there in the passages, but we are observing how the tissue of the sinus passage itself can be inflamed and thereby closing the sinus passage. And we want that sinus passage to begin to open and unlock, to release its inflammation. Right. Okay, so we have 3 minutes. Let's try this. I've opened up one sinus, okay? I'm focusing just on one side. I'm going to close and close. Now I'm going to inhale through that open side. I inhale, close. I'm going to make 9 circles, one direction. I open and exhale through that nose. I inhale through that same good nostril. I inhale, close, opposite direction. Open and release. Now you might notice that you get dizzy with that. The purpose is not to be dizzy. The purpose is to unlock that sinus. And if you've done that, I did 9 circles one way, 9 circles the other way. We're going to increase that so that we begin to unlock the other side, okay? I'm just gonna stay with 3 circles. Just 3, one direction, okay? Here's locking, locking. I inhale through the right. I lock both. I make 3 circles. Now I'm going to exhale through the left. I close both. I inhale through the right. 3 circles the other direction. I exhale through the left. I inhale. I close both. I exhale through the left. I close both. I inhale through the right. Close both. Exhale through the left. Close both. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. And release. Now, I hope that you've been able to activate. This is a very abbreviated, short version of opening up these sinuses. But I hope that you can begin to feel greater opening. Now, that's the end of that initial series of breathing. I'm going to leave you with this one, okay? They call Nadi Shodhana. You have identified through the right nostril or through the left and begun to practice one side at first to make sure that that side can open, whichever side is most available. And from that available side, we extend into the second, more restricted side. And we extend not with any force at all, but with ease and with an effortless quality. If it remains blocked, stay focused on this initial side. So it would go lock, 3 circles, out through the right. Inhale through the right. Lock both, 3 circles the other direction. Exhale through the right. You do that a few times. Activate one side well. If you can activate one side well, then with ease, we activate circles. Exhale through the opposite side. I'm going to now practice that in the right, out the left. Briefly, in the right. Close both. Exhale left. Close both. Inhale right. Hold it. Count 1, 2, 3. Exhale left. Close both. Inhale right. Close both. 1, 2, 3. Exhale left. Good. Try it. Inhale the right, exhale the left. If your left nostril was more open, inhale the left, exhale through the right. I hope that you have cultivated some opening in both nostrils. Then try this. Last thing. And we're going to get to some physical practice. I'm going to close both. My easy dominant side will be my right side. I inhale the right. I close both. I shake my head left and right. I drop my head up and down. I open left. I inhale left. I close both. I shake my head left and right 3 times. Up and down 3 times. I exhale to the right. Close both. Inhale right. Close both. Shake. Shake. Exhale opposite. Close both. Inhale, now open the left. Inhale left. Close both. Shake. Nod. Exhale through the right. And release. Can you notice a difference? Can you breathe freely? I'd love for you to respond. You could respond to me at, what's the best way to respond to me? The best way to respond is at Jeff@parkcitiesyoga.com. Jeff@parkcitiesyoga.com, Jeff. Yeah. So let's add on a little bit. We're breathing through the nose. We've unlocked some breathing. Let's come up and we're going to awaken the body in 3 planes of movement. And we're going to work it a little bit, okay? All right. Yeah. Okie doke, come stand up. Oakley dokley, are you ready? Plant your feet, put your hands together. Inhale high. May all beings everywhere share this practice. Inhale over the ground, make a fist. Lock it. Through the mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. May all beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. Let's inhale high. Make an easy arc. Easy arc. 3 times. Drop your chin to the chest. Inhale away. My hands are squeezing together. My palms are together. I'm lacing my fingers to keep the palms together. Straightening and locking my elbows. Inhale the head. Drop the chin. Inhale the head, drop the chin. The hands go high. Isolate your fingertips. Release the fingers, release the wrists, release. Look how we isolate. Release the shoulders. Isolate knees. Bend the knees. Isolate hips, tilt. Fold it. Tilt the hips forward. My knees are bent. My heart rests on my legs. Straighten one knee, bend both. Straighten the other knee, bend both. Good. If you can straighten that way with one knee, then the other, then try both knees, bending and straightening. Can you exhale the bend? Can you inhale the legs to straighten? Nice. Stack your hands on your knees. Make circles in your knees. Make 9 circles. Make 9 circles the other direction. Bend and straighten the knee. Bend the knee in the line of the foot. The line of the foot and ankle. Yes. Good. Come up, be tall. Make circles in the hips. Yes. Make circles the other direction. Good. Come up, be tall. Align your ankles, your hips. This. Yes, line. Oftentimes the hips will be forward. You want to bring them back. Just because something is normal does not mean that it is aligned. Ankles, in fact, oftentimes it is misaligned and dysfunctional. That's why we're doing these. We're taking time, identifying some micro movements that allow us to activate in alignment. Ankles, hips, now shoulders in that coronal plane, ears in that coronal plane. And we're going to make some coronal plane undulations. Now, if this is too hard, if you can do this, continue doing it. But if it is too hard, Shushma Vayam, come back, isolate the hips, take the hips over, reach down. Notice the top of your head. Reach the top of your head over, far to the side. I want you to notice one ear is toward the shoulder, the other ear up in the sky. Can you lift the ear up higher into the sky? Can you observe the dilation in the outside of your body and stay there? Can you open your hands? Right. Palms forward. Feel the dilation in that outside line of the body. Feel the compression on the inside line of the body. Breath. Right. Can you inhale nose only? Exhale nose only. With your inhale, you will awaken. With your inhale, you will feel. With your inhale, you identify. With your exhale, you can relax. With your exhale, you can release. With your exhale, you can surrender. With your exhale, you can liberate. Sweep that free hand up into the sky. Look down, look up. I hope that for those of you who can make your coronal plane undulations, that you are continuing. As we have stepped backwards into this crescent moon posture, I'm taking 2 hands away. My exit is to bend the knees, revolve the shoulders, reach out, sweep down to the ground. My knees are bent deeply. My spine is released. I'm stacking my hands and I'm pushing away into Utkatasana variation. My shoulder blades back. Good. My ankles bent deeply, knees forward, tailbone back, heart lifting. So you may still be continuing with your coronal plane undulations. For more practiced and advanced people, that's what you're doing. But for those who need to break it down, we're awakening. Good. Back to the center. Let's do the second side. Hips over. The top of the head over. One ear reaches down. The other ear reaches up. Focus on the side reaching up into the sky. Lift up in the ear, in the neck. Jaw relaxing. Open the hands, palm forward. Yes. Good. Sweep up, wide fingers and thumbs, straight elbows. Look down at your thumb, then look up at your thumb. Take it long over the top. Now you could stay here, but if you do want more, reach two hands away. Great. I hope the people making the coronal plane undulations are still going. The exit is important for everything we do. Bend your knees, revolve the shoulder, reach out, sweep down, empty the spine. Stack your hands, lift it up. I'm going to reach back, 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 Utkatasana. Reach up, Utkatasana. Bring it back, empty. All right, if you've been making those coronal plane undulations, bravo. If you've been breaking it down with me, Shushmavayam, easier practices. Come back, everybody, make a little turn. I'm turning my spine, my heart, my shoulders, my neck, my chin and forehead equally, chin and forehead equally, and my eyes deeply back over the shoulder. And bring that back. Good. Today's practice, I'm trying something. I am wanting to include even those people who may be just beginning, who may have blocked sinus, who may not be able to breathe properly, people who may have asthma. Things can be done. You know, if you can open the breath as we did earlier, if you can begin to open the sinus passages themselves, other things are possible. Good. Let's make a twist. Twist and twist. Twist and twist. I am exhaling over the shoulder. And release that. Excellent. All right. Plant your feet. Isolate, stabilize. Hips down. I'm going to pay attention to the heart and spine. The central line of balance, too. Can I make a circle of my heart around that central line of balance? And then reverse. And bring it up. That's not an easy move right there. We're wanting the spine to be like a rope. But to begin practicing is better than to not begin. Better to identify. Do not judge yourself. Just do the best you can. Isolate from shoulders down. Isolate the strength. I'm thinking about the base of my neck. And I'm going to make a big circle with the top of my head. And reverse 3 times, and each circle is a breath, 1 breath cycle. Beautiful. Empty the body. Good. We're going to make 1 salute to the sun right, 1 salute to the sun left. We're going to get some blocks. We're going to do some other practices. Here we go. Inhale it up. My hands are closed together to begin that entrance. Inhale it up. Fold it forward. I inhale up. My right foot kicks back. So I'm in this lunge variation. My fingertips align with my toes. I take a breath and I kick my left leg back. My elbows are locked. I take a breath. Chaturanga. Up. Shoulder blades back. My spine relaxes. My feet press down and my knees are just off of the mat. I take a breath in. I exhale back. Focusing on the anterior line of the leg into the hip. Tilting the hips forward. Lengthening the spine. The heels down are the least important of this practice. They will go down if you isolate that entrance properly. Inhale it up. I'm stepping the right foot forward. I inhale the head up. Exhale the step. We are yoking breath and attention in the body. Bend the knees, stack the hands, lift up in your heart. Reach the hands back, back, back. Utkatasana variation. Lift the hands up straight and then lock your elbows. Utkatasana variation. Hands together. Stand. Empty the shoulders. Let everything settle. Open the hands. I'm going to bend again backwards, entering this upward bow variation, but I'm not going to touch the hands together. So I'm going to inhale wide. My chin drops down. I inhale up and bring the hands back together. Let it all settle. Now today is Wednesday in week 3 of practices devoted to breath and breath delivery, breath awareness, breathing techniques, opening and unlocking the breath, breath focus, breath guidance, breath as the mast of your ship. Like Ulysses' ship sailing past the sirens. Right, he had his crew tie him to the mast of his ship Tie yourself to the mast of your breathing. That is exactly right. Thank you, Wolf Solver. Take the hands together. Second side, I inhale up, my hands together. Arc. Bring it back, hands together. Inhale up and away. Fold it forward. I inhale up and I kick my left foot back. I inhale up, I kick my right foot back. I inhale. Chaturanga is I descend, I squeeze my elbows into the ribs. I touch, I'm 1 inch off the ground right here. Then I touch my knees, my heart, and my forehead. A ripple through my body. If I touch that, then I push the toes and inhale up. Look, breaking it down, very easy. Breaking it down, draw beginners. Touch the knees. Dig your toes, draw back. Inhale that face up. With your exhale, use the exhale for your transition. Align fingers and toes. If you're having trouble to step forward from your down dog, do your best. It'll be my left foot. I consciously step it. I breathe, I push down in the right hand, I lift the left hand up with my exhale. Look, I can step into the hand print. Take it down. Big breath. Step the right. Bend your knees. Stack your hands. Utkatasana variation. Reach the hands back. Reach the hands up. Back to your heart. Empty. Open these hands wide. They do not touch together. I inhale back. Bring it back to your heart. Good job. Come on down. Get your blocks. Now, if today is the first day you're tuning in, you will need some blocks for today's practice to complete. So these are parallettes Kumar would use. I've had these made. If you need parallettes, you can look online, you can contact me. Jeff at Park Cities Yoga. Park Cities, plural. Park Cities Yoga. Here in Dallas, Texas. Highland Park University Park, Dallas, where I began the practices there on Lover's Lane, where I began the first studio. January of 2000, we opened the doors. I'm taking the blocks about as wide as my shoulders. I want you to make 36 of these steps. 36 from your plank, taking the knee forward. Look, my knee is beyond my elbow. 36. Exhale, exhale. If you can do 9, that's fine, then stop. Very nice. Rest. Pause. Vajrasana. Can you sit back on your ankles? If you cannot, get a towel. Roll it. Get a bolster. Get a pillow. Get a block. Put it underneath you and sit back down. Get something. Maybe you get a little, something underneath you. Make it easy. The key to the progress is steady, persistent, undistressed, vigilant practice. A vigilant, undistressed persistence. That's it. You can cut yourself some slack. If you can't do everything, that's okay. But be steady and do your best. All right. Today's practice is not our normal practices. I was really focusing to bring people up who had been having difficulty with their breath. Let's close like this. Lie down on your back. Not everybody may be able to do this. If you've been with me, yes, I'm sure that you can. We're going to make shoulders stand, plow, revolve stomach, and fish. Okay? You may not even know what those mean. If so, do not force it. If you're athletic, well then good. You can go ahead and go for it. No problem. But if you're having health problems, if there are injuries, anything like that, please don't try it. Just observe. And you could contact me and we could get you up to speed. There's no problem, no question that you can get up to speed. But you have to be steady and you must start within your range. Right. You must identify your range of proximal development. That means you don't overreach. That's the worst thing you can do for development for yourself. Do not overreach. Lie down on your back, side to side, rock. My head turns with my shoulders. Back at the center. My palms go down at the mat, legs up. I'm going into my shoulder stand. Sarvangasana, queen of the poses. No force. I focus on my exhales, control. I'm going to inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I take a big breath in.
As I exhale, the legs go over the top. Where can you go? Will your legs touch the floor, your feet, toes touch the floor? If not, do not force it. Take it back down, long and flat, straight legs, arms wide, like a T. My knees bend. I take my knees to the left. I look to the right. I breathe just 3 breaths. Head to the center, knees to the center, knees to the right. Easy. Head to the left. Exhale. I wake up my left arm in the sky and I roll to the right. Good. Lie down flat on your back. Squeeze the legs together and point your toes away. I press my elbows, my thumbs point underneath me to the center. My fingers point away from the center. It makes a weird angle in the wrist. I lift the spine and I go on the top of my head. Lift up in the heart. Space underneath the heart. I inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Rest it down. Palms go up. Now, if today was the very first day that you've tuned into this channel, if you're still with me, what I advise is that you go back all the way. This is Wednesday of week 3. Go back 2.5 weeks to the Monday. And start there and move through. And it will help you rather than this choppy thing like this. You'll have some continuity. You'll have some understanding that's better with how we can work together. Today, we broke it down. It's not easy for me to connect with the person who is not able to breathe. Okay? It's not easy. There are many reasons. There are allergies, there are asthmas, there are emotional factors involved. There are factors of fear and anxieties. There are factors of habit. Okay, none of you have any anxiety, I know. Why would anybody have any anxiety these days? let me just leave you with a couple things. We're going to look at our wise guys, see what they have to say. And I will just say this: identify your breathing. In the course of your day, and unlock your breathing. Okay, here we go. Random selection, 203 pages of text plus index. Today's passage is from page 96. Sri Aurobindo is the passage today. He was a great teacher and innovator, early 20th century, establishing an ashram in Pondicherry, India. He was devoted to clinical help, clinical support, using yoga tools, using yogic practices for the benefit of health. Very amazing man. He's the one who developed, from whom the Bates Eye method. I don't know if you're familiar with Bates Eye methods, but it's out of that tradition that Bates arose, out of Sri Aurobindo's practices in Pondicherry. Any case, he says this to us, and he's talking about money today. He says, money is the visible sign of a universal force. And this force, in its manifestation on earth, works on both the vital, physical plane, on both the vital and the physical plane. And it is indispensable to the fullness of the outer life. Right. The vital, subtle plane, as well as the physical plane. Money is indispensable to the fullness of outer life. In the origin of money, its true action belongs to the divine. But like other powers of the divine, money is delegated here in this world, and in the ignorance of our lower nature, it can be usurped for uses of the ego, and even by demonic influences, and perverted to those purposes. To reconquer money for the divine, and to use it divinely for the divine life, is the supramental way for the yoga practitioner to operate. All wealth belongs to the divine, and those who hold it are trustees, not possessors. Okay. Yeah. You know, there's that old saying, money is the root of all evil. Not necessarily. Money is not good or evil. But it is that love of money. It is that grasping that can be usurped for the powers of evil. Yeah, that's true. All right. It's time to go. Are you breathing better than when you began? I hope so. I hope so. All right. Yeah. Practice this one where you can identify. Maybe your breath is not totally closed, but let's try this before going. One more time as we began. I'm going to make this nasagra, means pointed tip of the nose, right? And that's what we're working on, is closing the tips of the nose, the nostrils. Looks like this. Close, open the thumb, pinky, and ring finger, okay? And I'm going to put these, I'm going to put the little finger and ring finger on my left nostril. I'm going to inhale through the right. Close both. I'm going to exhale through the right. I inhale through the right. I close both. I exhale through the left. I inhale through the left. I close both. I exhale through the right. Very simple. We did just one cycle. Okay. Now you can stop the video. You can practice. You can practice as little or as much as you want. But the real benefit will be for you to practice regularly. Go back. Look at that 2 weeks ago on Monday. Practice those. Observe how we're going. If those are too difficult, stop it. Practice what you can practice. Do not force. Find what you can do. All right. That's it. That concludes our practices today. Namaste. We will be working harder, no doubt.